That's your...
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. China Southbound flight CZ382 service to Guam.
In the car on the way to the airport, start of the journey. Got about 2 days of travel ahead of us. It's gonna be fun.
These are so good. They're one of the best ideas ever.
Pretty good. Putting Chelsea on her flight, and then I'm gonna go on my flight. Bye. Bye. We just dropped Chelsea off at her flight. Then I found a couple of Pokemon lures by the food court, and I caught a couple more Kangaskhans before I left the country. Kangaskhan is the Pokemon that's only available in Australia, so I'm trying to catch as many as I can before I leave because they're going to be rare overseas.
884, thank you.
My flight board's in about half an hour. So I have a 3-hour flight to Fiji, and then away over there, and then a 10-hour flight to LA, and then I'll meet Chelsea, and we get on the same flight together to Salt Lake.
Mrs. Wu Cheng Chung, please make yourself known immediately at gate number 80. Thank you.
The pronunciation of some of these names over the loudspeakers is shocking.
Qantas Airways paging Sumi Abe, passenger Kanada Yohei. Lee, Aoyang, Rig and Son.
Mr. Jashneel Kumar and Miss Teresa Berkmeyer.
Wang Ki, Wong Lok Ching Lux, Yeong Yi and Zhao Yan Pi. Customers travelling to Hong Kong, Qantas Flight 97.
Ladies and gentlemen, Air Niugini is paging the Kaspung family.
You'd think if this was your job, you'd be better at that. So I just said goodbye to my mum for who knows how long, at least a year maybe, which is fine because I've been away from home for longer than that. I've been away from home for like 10 years now. I moved out when I was 16. But the reason I came home was because Mum was having a hard time being away from me. After being with me for the surgery, and then coming home and being away from me, and me being in America by myself, going through treatment, and her not being there was really hard for her. So the reason I came home was because she was having a hard time and she needed to be with me, which was really good for the both of us because we both needed it, and it was good being back home and eating good food. I'm definitely healthier than I was 3 months ago when I came home, so I'm feeling good and prepped for the school year. But it was hard saying goodbye this time. I'm excited to go back to school, I am. It was sad saying goodbye to Mum. It was hard.
How are you?
Good. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
First flight down. 2 more to go. So I have a 4-hour layover in Fiji, and then 10-hour flight to LA. So I have 3 flights in this trip. And that probably seems like a lot to some people, but I've been doing the Australia to America trip for like 6 years now. Probably like 20 times at least. So I'm pretty used to it by now. But I'm so tired and I've only had 1 flight so far. But this is nothing. My first flight to America, I was 19. It was my first contract working as a dancer on cruise ships. I had 5 flights. I flew Brisbane to Sydney, Sydney to LA, LA to Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas to Georgia, Georgia to Miami. It was about 3 days of traveling. I'd only ever flew to Japan before that. All my suitcases were old and broken and overweight. I missed 2 of my flights. I got separated with the 2 people I was traveling with. All my flights were different airlines, so none of my bags checked through to each flight. Because I missed flights, my bags got checked on other flights. That was probably my worst travel experience with flying. It was super stressful, but I had so much adrenaline because I was so excited to start working on cruise ships as a dancer. It was my first time in America. I was super excited. So even though it was 3 days of pure hell and stress, it was so worth it because it led to the next 4 years of me dancing and singing on cruise ships, which was one of the best experiences of my life. I wish I filmed more videos from cruise ships. I have some videos that I might turn into a video, but I wish every day that I did vlogs on cruise ships because life on cruise ships is like nothing else. Pretty good. Sorry.
Hello, how are you?
Last flight to Utah.
Hi there.
We weren't sitting together, so we asked them to put us together, and they put us in a exit row, which means more leg room.
See you later.
So yeah.
Thank you.
Third flight done. Arrived in Salt Lake. You're doing great, babe.
How long have you been there for? I got a lot on. Yes. I've seen you. You came. They said. I like showed Tyler. I was like.